But this isn't the original Black Condor that I've talked about before. This is the second one that was rebooted, Ryan Kendall. Now, was this reboot as wacky as the original? Did they do a better job? Let's talk about it. So, this Black Condor didn't learn how to fly by being raised by condors. Instead, he comes from generations of this very, very rich secret family, more or less, that is trying to create the super being that's going to lead to domination of the world. The first time they finally succeed is with Ryan. In fact, Ryan's father here is actually disabled and all messed up from the experiments and everything that were performed. But the thing is Ryan rejects his role that his entire family wants him to fulfill, and he goes out to create his own destiny, not wanting to be a hero or anything. I actually like this story because it kind of talks about generational trauma in a way, how, generation after generation, families can try to set up their children for success, and when they finally get it, the parents can then be unhappy with their kid using their gifts or their opportunities in a way that they do not feel like benefits what they wanted for them or what they wanted for themselves. Another character that kind of talks about things that happened, with previous generations versus the generation now is the Sky Pirate. Back in the 60s, the Sky Pirate committed all sorts of plane robberies to help fund the revolution, essentially, to help all those people who are disaffected by the American system. He is very incredibly successful, but then has to go into hiding into South America until he can be able to return until things have quieted down. Eventually, he learns that the whole leader of the revolution that he was a part of has used all of that money to start his own corporation, start his own business. When he comes back for revenge, Black Condor ends up getting involved because of the sonic devices that he uses. And essentially, after the guy tells him his story, he says, yeah, whatever, it's not my problem, just don't kill anyone. I feel like this story is interesting because, in a way, the Sky Pirate kind of represents this generation that were young in the 60s and were looking for this revolution to help everyone. And he leaves, and so when he comes back, he is like the younger generation looking at how that generation turned out later to be, voting for Reagan and other people such as him that kind of were against the original ideas that they were fighting for. Of course, this is all subtext and, kind of what I'm pulling from it personally as I read it. Sadly, this book only lasted about a year before it ended. I guess it didn't sell incredibly well. Black Condor